Hey y'all, what is going on? This is Jesse, both of the 19th hole, and we have a tournament announcement for you all here this afternoon. Before we get into the tournament, definitely check out these social media links here at the bottom of the screen. If you would like to connect with me on any of these platforms, definitely please do so. My Facebook name is right there, and that's how you can connect with me on Messenger as well if you have any kind of questions. Also at the bottom is the name of my Facebook community page, Golf Clash the 19th Hole. So if you are not a member there yet and you would like to be, just go to your search bar and search for that title, and you'll be able to find us there. So, all right, let's get on and talk about the tournament at hand. The Christmas tournament is the next tournament that we have, and it's going to start on December 23rd, which is on Monday, and it's going to go through the week of Christmas. So that's right, you're going to be playing your rounds during Christmas, and that's just how it's going to be this year, it seems. But qualification is going to start on Monday. You have 3 days to qualify. Each day is a 24-hour qualification session. You have 24 hours to play 9 holes, and you can qualify, up to 3 different times. You can try to qualify up to 3 different times. So whether or not you decide to use, qualification as time to practice, and then you try to qualify on a different time, that's definitely up to you. But if you finish in the top 50% of your qualification bracket, you do move on no matter what your score is, so keep that in mind. If you qualify, you move into the opening round, which is on Thursday and Friday. You have 48 hours to finish 18 holes for that round, and then if you finish in the top 50% of your bracket, then you move into the weekend round, and again you have Saturday and Sunday, 48 hours to finish your 18 holes for that round. This is what it looks like as far as the prize breakdown and the divisions that are offered: rookie, pro, expert, and masters level. And what you see here on the screen is the prize for winning first place, which would be the gold banner in each of these divisions. So if you make it to the weekend, you automatically get a prize, and it will scale down from here from 1 to 100, whichever way you finish in your bracket. So definitely, choose wisely as to what division you want to play in. Along with these prizes, you can also win pin chests during the tournament. Just like in tour play, when you win a hole, you win a pin chest. So the way it works is, if you're playing the rookie level, you get level 3, pro level 6, expert level 9, and masters level 12 chests. So it's pretty cool that you do actually, gain extra prizes throughout the tournament by playing in the tournament. And, I've always been under the assumption, I've had other people that have confirmed it, but you do actually receive more club cards in these tournament tour chests than you do in actual tour chests. So that's pretty cool as well. These are the rules for the tournament and each division. The rookies play from the first tee, the pro and expert play from the second tee, and the masters division plays from the third tee. As you can see, the wind variations do change depending on what division you play in, and so does the increased needle speed, with the highest increase being in the masters level. The hidden spin only affects the expert and the masters division, and that just means you won't be able to see your opponent's spin when they adjust for their shots, and you won't be able to see their ball guide when they're kind of closer around the green. This is the new, yes, I said it, it's a new course that we have here. It's called I think it's pronounced Grunberg. I'm going to go with Grunberg Slopes, and it is a completely brand new 9-hole course, never seen before. And as you can see at the bottom of the picture, you can see where you can play this course in tour. Beginning on Thursday, which is still a couple days away, we will be able to actually practice these holes. As you can see, Tours 4, Tour 8, and Tour 11 is where you'll be able to find these holes. So Tour 4 is, of course, friendlies, so you can play friendlies and practice these holes, which is always awesome. I love it when Playdemic does that and gives us the opportunity to play against our friends in practice. Tour 8 will be tee number 2, and then you have Tour 11. So yes, the 6-star hotel is and the Mountain and Voyager tours is where you'll be able to find these holes. Once again, starting on Thursday, December 19th, when the servers reset. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to take away the video here. We're going to look at these holes a little bit and try to, picture maybe some ideas on how to play these holes. Keep in mind, I have not played these holes before, and we don't have the yardages here yet. I believe we'll get the yardages when they do the flyover. But currently, right now, we can just kind of look at them and try to just try to brainstorm a little bit as to what we may expect on each of these holes. So we're going to go ahead and do that in just a second. All right, so here we go. We're going to talk about these holes. We're going to see what we're going to look at them and try to figure them out here. Definitely, we're not going to be able to talk about elevations and such because we just don't know what the elevations are, from this type of a picture. We'll have to figure that out on Thursday when we can actually play the holes. I will tell you one thing. It just appears to be a very long course. So I'm going to assume that they're going to probably be giving us some sort of a power ball when they do sell their balls this week, and we're going to have to use some higher level wood clubs to really give ourselves a good shot at dropping some of these shots. So hole 1 here is a par 4, and it looks like we have the option to play our shot into this area of the fairway or maybe up into this area of the fairway. From these shots, to the right would be some sort of a curl shot where you bounce up towards the right-handed circle area, and then to the left would just be more of a straight shot where you just try to nestle your shot right up there into the area right next to the rough. From there, it's really tough to tell. If we get a little bit farther up this right-hand side, then we can maybe have some sort of an angle shot to the hole. With some left spin and maybe some back spin. From this left side here, it's either going to be maybe a bouncing shot over the rough here, or we could land it just past that rough line with a chance to the hole that way. So it just really depends, if we get farther up this right-hand side, that may open us up a little bit better to the hole. One of the tough things about these types of pictures is you can't see the elevations around the greens and the fairways. So, we don't know if this is a raised green, a lowered green, or a flat green. It's just hard to tell. This whole fringe area right here could be a hill going up to the green, which would definitely greatly affect our bounce of the ball. So it's just one of those things that we can only look at it and just kind of guesstimate and brainstorm about. But this looks like a very interesting hole with a good tailwind. Maybe we can get our drive a little bit farther up the fairway, maybe up into this zone right here with some sort of a topspin shot to roll it through this rough. And then from there, we would have a much easier shot to the hole as well. Maybe some sort of a little rough bump right here. Who knows? Definitely could be a very interesting hole and lots of different possibilities. Hole number 2 is a par 5, and this one looks like just a really long hole. You have the option either to go to the right-hand side, as it looks, or to the left-hand side, maybe trying to get your shot up into this, larger area of fairway. But then again, from each tee, it may play differently. We may be only looking at a shot where we can actually bump our shot off the fairway and over this bunker, or land right here on the edge of this fairway, and try to get it up as far up the fairway as possible on the left-hand side. So once again, we're in a situation it's really tough to make out what we can do here. But I would expect that whatever we do here, you're going to have a pretty long shot to the green for your second shot, no matter which way you play this shot. And I would expect something that's going to require some really fine-tuned adjustment, or maybe some sort of a power curl shot or something like that to get yourself around the green. Just from the initial looks at this hole, I don't see this one being a big albatross hole. But the distances could possibly not as great as I'm perceiving them to be, and we may be able to get our shot really far up this left fairway or this right fairway and put ourselves in position for an albatross shot with like a wood or something like that. So we'll just have to wait and see what it looks like, and hopefully we'll know a little bit more when we see that flyover video. I think usually that they release on Wednesday or possibly Thursday. Par 3 here. This one looks like a fairly good distance par 3, maybe long iron for the rookies, and then wood clubs for the expert division. And there's always, whenever we look at rough here, you always think about rough bumps, and we just don't know the pitch and the slope of these fairways. So if we have a left to right sloped fairway here, playing it to that left side with the slant from left to right may be an option, or if we have a flat fairway to the right hand side, then that may be a chance to land a shot right in there, and possibly go for the green that way as well. So just brainstorming here, and maybe we hit on one of the methods that we will be able to use. Hole number 4, par 4. This one right here looks like one of those holes where you can either take the risk and play it to the right-hand side and possibly have a little bit straighter of a line to the hole, or you can play it to the left-hand side and you have a little bit tougher of a line to the hole from the left-hand side. As you can see, if we're somewhere over here on the left, you got this bunker to contend with, but you could possibly use this rough right here for a shot, maybe. Or you can play it to the right-hand side and try to just set yourself up for more of a straight-on, wood, possibly long iron shot to the hole from that side right there. So a couple ideas and thoughts and options there for this hole, and we'll just have to wait and see. Hole number 5 is a par 3, and this one right here looks fairly interesting. Initial thoughts would be landing your shot somewhere up in here, but you could possibly, if it's like a right to left sloping green, maybe some sort of a rough bump right there could definitely be an option. And just have to wait to see what the contour of these fairways are around the green to really get ourselves a really good idea of what we can do here on this hole. Definitely another hole that looks like long iron from the first tee, and then maybe a wood club, possibly a long iron depending on the wind direction from the second tee. Hole number 6 here, par 5, another long par 5. It looks like, we have a lot of narrow fairways on this course, although a narrow fairway in a picture like this could actually be a pretty large size fairway when we actually play the actual hole. So, sometimes you get a little bit deceived by the picture you see on those images that they come out with at first. I see this huge fairway to the left over here. So, I kind of want to think maybe some sort of a shot where we bounce it off this area to the left. You could possibly also go maybe to the right here and bounce it up the fairway here. I would probably not guess that we can get up here into this little area just because of the distance, and it just looks like it'd probably be a tight little fit there. Then the second shot from the left-hand side, maybe some sort of a rough bump here, or a curl shot, where we use a curl shot and some right spin and top spin to bounce it over that rough and then roll it towards the hole that way. From the right-hand side, if you can get far enough up the fairway, then you may have some sort of a similar, curl shot around as well, where you hit on the fairway here with like a full curl shot and roll it towards the green. This bunker right here does kind of concern me a little bit for that type of a shot from the right-hand side, because too much curl, you could be in the bunker. Too little curl, you could be in the rough right there. So the interesting hole, definitely interesting setup. And once again, Thursday will answer a lot of questions that we have about these holes. Hole number 7, par 3, very interesting hole right here. First thing I see here is a rough bump opportunity to me, and unless it's like a really crazy sloped rough area, then that looks like a great opportunity. Otherwise, possibly a bounce off this fairway here could be a chance, and I'm going to guess that this is going to be a severely uphill shot. I don't know. I just have it, in my mind, there's either a severely uphill shot or severely downhill shot. This doesn't look like a shot that would be just flat. So it'll be interesting to see what this hole looks like when we actually get to see the actual hole. I see lots of bunkers here, and for some reason, I wouldn't think that the bunkers are just there for decoration, but it just doesn't look like those bunkers come into play on this hole in the state that we're looking at right now. Once we see the actual real life thing, then definitely that could change. But I see a rough bump and I see a bounce off that middle fairway section to the hole on this hole, hole number 7. Hole number 8 is another, looks like such a long par 4 right here. I think that this is going to be a shot where you pull out the power ball and you try to get yourself up into this zone right here. You got to be careful with these bunkers on this shot as well. Definitely could get in the way. But then from the second shot here, I'm thinking some sort of a wood club to the hole, like a sniper or something like that. I see the rough here along the outer edge of this bunker, maybe some sort of a rough bump depending on what kind of a wind angle we have on this hole as well. But to me, it looks like it could be one of those tough holes to drop for the eagle. It looks like one of those max range sniper shots, kind of like we had in the last tournament on hole number 2 for that second shot. Maybe they'll give us kind of like an elevated, sloped fairway to land that shot on to really make it difficult to really dial in that second shot. And I could just be completely wrong. It could be a really easy second shot for a really easy eagle. So we'll just have to wait and see. And also, the distances on this hole are really interesting because it looks like, they give us this left-hand side or this right-hand side to kind of make a choice as to which way we want to go. So we may be able to get our shots a little bit farther up the fairway, in which case then we would have, more of long iron shots to the hole. And that right-hand side looks to be the most straight and easiest approach to the green if we have the choice to either go left or right of this bunker in the middle. Hole number 9 is our last and final hole, par 5. And I'm wondering if this is like a big hill, like a mountain or something like that in the middle of the fairway, or it's just like rocks. So it's hard to tell. I've seen similar holes like this where that was actually like a big hill of rocks, and it'll be interesting to see what it actually is. So from this here, it looks like we can go to the right-hand side or to the left-hand side, depending on the way you want to play your shot here. And it looks like this will set up either some sort of maybe a shot, another curl shot here, where you can bounce it off the fairway, possibly take it straight to this fairway with backspin and right spin to the hole. Or from this right-hand side, if we can shoot it over this rock area right here or whatever it is, then that's going to give us more of a straight shot towards the hole with a wood club. It looks like a tournament that we're going to be using a lot of wood clubs, and it's going to force you to probably use some power balls if you want to put yourself in a position to give yourself a chance at those extra drops. Regardless of anything I just said, it's a new course, so expect to have a lot of fun starting on Thursday when we can play these holes. I will do my best to record from Tour 4 and Tour 8 and try to put some shots up on my site like I have done in the past as well. So thank you all for being here, hanging out with me as we brainstorm and just kind of get a first glimpse, even if it was a low quality pixelated glimpse at these holes. I appreciate y'all hanging out through the video, and hopefully, if anything, I kind of put some ideas in your head so that when you do see these holes on Thursday in real life, you won't be completely in the dark as to how to play them, and you can make the most out of your practice sessions. All right, y'all, take care. Have a great day. God bless.